Brakeless riding is probably the most controversial aspect of fixed gear. It's more or less considered the norm, at least on social media, to ride fixed gear brakeless. But to an outsider it's unimaginable, like skydiving without a parachute. This disconnect is really difficult to bridge, because it's partly based on misunderstandings. Most people don't even know how to ride fixed gear, and even when you do, it takes quite a lot to reach a riding level where you feel confident enough to give up the handbrake safety fallback. And until you do, it's very difficult to even imagine ever getting there. Like, why would you make that choice? Why would you at some point decide to remove those brakes that exist on your bike just because you can? What's the point? Good question. It's probably not very common to remove brakes that are already installed. What happens is that you become really interested in fixed gear bikes and decide to build up your own custom bike with carefully selected components, and you just don't bother to buy brakes that you don't want anyways. You might want to try out a few different handlebars and so on, and handbrakes just get in the way of that. I just built up my Scream Anodize a month ago, and I've been riding it brakeless ever since. I've also shown footage of that in previous YouTube videos, even one where I talk about how handbrakes are no fun. But I feel like correcting myself a bit on this subject, or at least clarifying things, because I'm actually not a defender of brakeless riding, as in having no handbrakes on the bike. I like to use the phrase no brake assist as a way of describing the ride style of not using handbrakes, whether or not you have any. I am going to install handbrakes on my Scream Anodize, just like I have handbrakes on my rebuilt Tracklacross and my fixed gear conversion that I built up last year. I just haven't gotten around to it yet on the Scream Anodize. But hey, if I've been riding brakeless for over a month now, and I've said all these things about why handbrakes are a hassle and no fun and all that, why do I still want them? Very good question. Here are 5 reasons why my fixed gear bikes are equipped with handbrakes, even though I normally don't use them. I don't ride in very crowded areas, but every now and then something unexpected happens, and the only option is to emergency brake. Emergency braking is always dangerous, but handbrakes offer better emergency braking than I could ever create with my legs. Reason 1. I don't want emergency situations to turn into crashes. Sometimes I want to push my limits on the bike. I will ride faster or longer than I usually do, and I become exhausted. This is fun and good, maybe even necessary to become a stronger rider, but it doesn't really go hand in hand with being able to handle all my deceleration with only my legs, because I just turned my legs into jelly. Reason 2. I don't want my exercise to turn into emergency situations. The legality of brakeless fixed gear riding is different all over the world. In Sweden, where I live, the law says that both the front and rear wheel need independent braking. I don't know if that means that a handbrake on the front wheel is enough, given that I can in fact brake with my pedals. Either way. Reason 3. I don't want the police to give me trouble. One of the most comfy and powerful riding positions is actually riding with your hands on the brake hoods on drop bars. You don't actually need the brakes to install the hoods, and I'm sure you could get a similar position with bullhorn bars, but that would mean giving up the drop position, and I want to have that as well. Reason 4. I like brake hoods. Although I ride almost exclusively fixed gear, there are rare occasions where I will flip-flop my rear wheel and go single speed. For example, last year and this year as well, I'm participating in a 150 km road bike event where fixed gear is just not allowed. Reason 5. It gives me the option of riding single speed on the same bike. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. There will be a video above my head here and another one here. You should watch at least one of them. Have a great day.